Hopefully the lighting should be good there, although I don't know if the macro mode is still on. Should be, I don't think I changed that, but it's got itself into night vision mode now. Oof. But at least we know the keys, right? Remember that, it's the M key for whatever. Surely it should be the Q key, because it's Q that gives you the weapons, the gadgets. Oil, smoke, rocket. And obviously the fire button does your bullets, missiles, whatever. So, let's go. So I'm doing this again. I think I was a bit unfair when I reviewed this. Well, I wasn't unfair, but I reviewed it as I see the game now. So, but now we're going to try and play the game as I would have played a C64 game in 1984. But I didn't buy the original of this. I got it on the Arcade Hall of Fame compilation from US Gold. Could probably zoom out the screen a bit more, but I don't know where the icons are. I think they're on that line. So slightly narrower screen than the C64, so it could be 32, 34 columns. So we have to look at the graphics from the point of view of back then. Not, what we know we can do with tools of today. We got coffee with caffeine. I don't have a martini, shaken not stirred, to have with you. So this game is really inspired by James Bond car chase sequences. I'm not sure which joystick port it is actually. I'm guessing it's joystick port 2 because it also has keyboard controls. Now the music is very funky actually. So pressing fire does do something. Right, here we go. J for joystick, I presume. Novice or expert. Novice, thank you. I'm a novice 00 agent. So yeah, you're pretty much a 00 agent doing something you probably shouldn't be in, a part of the world you shouldn't be in. So okay, nothing's really happening. So why detect a fire button on joystick port? Right, so it is joystick port 1. Okay. So they're doing something weird, so they know that you're pressing space and not fire. Just had to test that. Oh, the music stopped. Oh, bloody hell. It's really tricky to handle your car. It's like you're driving on ice on Indy 500. Right, so the scrolling is really smooth, very smooth. I don't know if we can improve the graphics. That's an armoured car actually. You've got to watch him. Shouldn't really overtake him until, you see. But he's not dumb enough to crash himself. So, on top of all the obvious things you've got to do, which is shoot stuff, you get the cool, well that wasn't my fault, where's my bloody truck? I think we may be in the wrong sector. I just followed the truck. He won't let me catch up to him now, what an arsehole. You do have to pick the right path as well. So I've got the settings, bridge out, is it bridge out or bridge over to the left? Should just say go left or go right, I think. But but as a kid you would know. Ah, right. So what happens then? Because we missed the old speedboat. Also a favourite in early James Bond film. Well, early for me, Live and Let Die. Which also got a conversion to home computers. I still can't read it because it's scrolling too fast. But I know that from one mistake that, you know, whoa, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Is it going to put me in the boat? End the game? What's it going to do now? So it's a very tricky game. You're definitely going to get your, you know, your money's worth out of it on a compilation. So a speedboat just zoomed up. I'll blow you up because you don't give me any extra weapons. Q, don't be stingy, innit? I was enjoying the music. I'll be honest with you. I do like the music. It's very iconic. Although you hear it more on the NES rendition. Not sure why. Ooh, that's a bit easy. Well, the time has run out. Okay, narrow one is always for getting in the boat. Ooh. Ah, right, so it's actually difficult to use the weapons, that's the thing. I mean, I don't actually need to use them now. In fact, missiles is probably a better bet. Right, next time you run away from me with my missiles, so it's sort of like bumping buggy with guns, which I can't remember what the name of the official version of that game was. So I think the next time we have to go on the left, I think. If it says anything on the road, I presume it's always to the left, but basically it's the slim one. The more narrow path is the one you want to go. That was a bit of a risk actually. Oh man, if you touch him, he gets a hump and he won't give you the weapons. And he brings his mate with a Tesco value 0 gadgets model of the car. Yeah, you can't shoot him, but I mean at the time it was a nice game. I just played it on the Atari and it was better on the Atari. So how did we make the helicopter crash? I don't know about that one. I'm bloody following him and he's going straight into the road. Well, there's fork in the road. So let's see if we can do something with the old graphic arenas. Make them look a bit less, say show portable TV perhaps. Right, I think we need more contrast. And because of that we're going to need less brightness. And perhaps just less contrast anyway. I think the colours are okay and the sharpness is at max using composite video. So yeah, that's how it would have looked basically. So it's actually very difficult to play this game and use the special weapons. I think that's the problem. They needed to find a way of you know, doing that with a one button joystick. I mean, if you had auto deceleration and press fire to accelerate, then you could use up and down for missiles and special weapons. Or at least just auto decelerate and you know, have down for your special weapon, which kind of makes sense because they're deployed from the back in the case of smoke and oil. Can't remember what Bumping Buggies, the arcade game that it rips it off, is called. But it's basically that and weapons. Because some of them you have to shoot, but some of them like, oh man, I'm waiting for the missiles just so I can see them, and But I like the way the car comes out of the truck. That did used to impress me back then. Oh crap, we're in the wrong road. Bridge out. Well, that was a stroke of luck. Ooh, see, I like the way the barriers break on the bridge. That's a nice touch. I just think, you know, the trees being yellow and all that, I think they could have come up with a better way of drawing those trees. Like I said, I remember the Atari version. Oh, damn it. Is it going to let me go in? It's not going to let me go in the boat now. But for the time, the graphics are absolutely fine, except for the yellow trees. So I really think they could have been done better. I don't think you accelerate fast enough, except when going from a slower speed to overtake the armoured cars. And really, you can just shoot anything you want. No points at all, that's terrible. Oh man. Your car is less tricky to handle on the Atari version, so I think it's an alright game. I think the problem is the Atari version is nicer to play, and my mate had an Atari 800 with just about every game you could imagine, and we used to play them. My mate who used to look a hell of a lot like Jim Carrey in his late 20s actually. Oops. But yeah, from 1984 version of me, you would recommend this game to someone who could never play it on the Atari. I think we'll leave it at that.